Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation on Mega Goal 2.2, focusing on writing skills. We'll be exploring Unit 8, titled The Sporting Life. In this session, we'll look at key aspects of writing related to sports and how it influences our lives. So, let's get started and dive into what makes sports such a significant part of our world. Let's take a closer look at the lesson objectives for today. First, we want to be able to correctly describe notes about a sport. This means understanding the key details and being able to communicate them clearly. Next, we aim to write a text that covers the main points accurately, making sure we include all the important information in a well-organized way. Third, we'll focus on identifying and explaining the steps involved in a sport or activity, which helps us understand the process better. Lastly, we want to be able to organize the parts of the ice hockey rink correctly and label them properly. These objectives are all connected because they help us develop a comprehensive understanding of the sport, whether it's describing, explaining, or organizing the different elements. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to do all these things confidently. All right, let's break down how ice hockey is played. Two opposing teams, each armed with ice hockey sticks, work to control a small rubber disc called a puck. Their goal is to shoot the puck into the other team's net to score points. It's a fast-paced game, full of skill and strategy. Now, do you know where ice hockey is usually played? That's right, on an ice skating rink, which is marked with lines to help organize the game. These lines include the goal lines, blue lines, and center line, all essential for gameplay. So, where exactly is ice hockey played? On an ice rink, of course. And can you guess the sport we're talking about? It's ice hockey, a thrilling sport that combines speed, precision, and teamwork. Now, before we dive deeper, let's do a quick warm-up to get ready for this exciting topic. Let's start with a quick warm-up to get us ready. Now, look at these words: net, puck, jersey, knee pads, skate, helmet, stick, gloves, shoulder pads. Can you name these pieces of equipment? Each one plays an important role in hockey, not just for the game but for your safety as well. The net is where you aim to score, and the puck is the object you hit. The jersey is part of your uniform, helping to identify your team. Knee pads and shoulder pads protect your joints from injury during play. Skates are essential for moving quickly on the ice, and the helmet keeps your head safe. The stick is what you use to hit the puck, and gloves offer grip and protection. Recognizing and understanding these pieces of equipment is a key step in becoming a confident and safe player. All right, let's take a closer look at the different parts of the ice hockey rink. First, we have the crease, which is the area directly in front of the goal. This is a crucial zone because it's where many key plays happen, and the goalie's main territory. Next, we have the goal line, which runs across the width of the ice right in front of the goal posts. It's an important boundary because if the puck completely crosses this line, it's a goal. Speaking of goal posts, you'll notice there are two of them, supporting the goal and marking its boundaries. Beyond that, we have the goal post on each side, which helps define the goal area. Moving outward, we reach the defending zone, where your team is primarily focused on preventing the other team from scoring. Adjacent to that is the neutral zone, the middle section of the ice, acting as a transitional area where teams try to gain control and set up attacks. Then, we come to the attacking zone, where your team aims to create scoring opportunities and keep pressure on the opponent's goal. Finally, going back to the goal line and the crease, these are the key areas that define the scoring and defensive boundaries. Understanding these different parts of the rink helps us see how the game flows, from defense to offense, and how positioning is so critical. Remember, your team is on the left, so these zones are vital for understanding your defensive and offensive strategies. On this slide, we're looking at the basic team structure and some key rules of ice hockey. Each team has 6 players on the ice, 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. The main goal of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck into the opponent's net. To do this, players use a stick primarily, but they also wear protective gear like helmets and padding to stay safe. One important rule is that players are not allowed to use their hands to redirect the puck, except when they are in their defensive zone. They can redirect it with any other part of their body, but kicking the puck is not permitted. This helps keep the game fast and skillful. Now, a term you might hear often is body checks. These are moves where players push opponents against the boards surrounding the rink to gain control of the puck or create space. It's a physical but controlled part of the game. Finally, the puck is advanced mainly with a stick, either pushed toward the opponent's net or redirected with the player's body. But it can't be kicked or pushed by hand. This emphasizes skillful stick handling and strategic play. The entire game typically lasts between 2 and 5 minutes for each shift, keeping the game dynamic and exciting. These rules and structures are designed to make hockey a fast-paced, skillful, and competitive sport. Let's talk about penalties first. In hockey, penalties are crucial because they help maintain fair play and safety on the ice. When a player commits a foul, the referee might stop the game to penalize them, which could mean sending the player to the penalty box for a certain amount of time. Next, stopping the game is an important part of officiating. The referee blows the whistle to halt play whenever there's a foul, a goal, or the puck goes out of bounds. This ensures the game flows smoothly and fairly. Moving the puck is a fundamental skill. Players use their sticks to pass, shoot, or carry the puck to create scoring opportunities. Proper puck movement keeps the game exciting and strategic. Equipment is vital for safety and performance. From helmets and pads to skates and sticks, each piece plays a role in protecting players and helping them perform at their best. Talking about players, their skills, agility, and teamwork are what make hockey dynamic. Each player has a specific role, whether it's offense, defense, or goaltending, and working together is key to success. Finally, the rink itself is the playing surface. It's a rectangular ice surface with marked lines and zones. Understanding the rink layout helps players strategize and officials enforce the rules effectively. All these elements, penalties, game stoppages, puck movement, equipment, players, and the rink, come together to create a fast-paced, exciting, and fair game of hockey. Yes, learning how to be a good fisher and patient is essential. It's not just about casting a line, but also about developing the right skills and manners that make the experience enjoyable and respectful. You need to understand the equipment, the boat, and how to spot good fishing spots. Knowing your gear, like the line, recognizing when there's a bite, and using a net stick is crucial. Whether it's summer or winter, fishing can be rewarding all year round. You can fish at the sea, in rivers, or even in the ocean. The key is to be patient, attentive, and ready to adapt to different conditions. This slide highlights that fishing is both a skill and an art, requiring practice and a calm, respectful attitude. It ties back to the overall theme of appreciating nature and developing a deeper connection with the environment. Hey there! Today I want to tell you about my favorite sport, which is basketball. It's such an exciting activity because it combines teamwork, agility, and strategy. I usually play with friends on the weekends at the local gym or outdoor court. We love shooting hoops, practicing drills, and just having fun competing against each other. What I find really interesting is how basketball helps me stay active and improve my coordination. Plus, it's a great way to relax and connect with friends. Overall, sports like basketball are not just good exercise. They also teach us important skills like discipline, cooperation, and perseverance. I think you'd really enjoy trying it out sometime. Now, let's walk through the key steps to writing an effective email to a friend when you want to share news and give instructions. First, it's important to start with a friendly greeting to set the right tone. Then, when sharing your news, be clear and concise, but also add some personal touches to keep it engaging. Next, if you're giving instructions, break them down into simple, easy-to-follow steps. Use a logical order and be specific so your friend understands exactly what to do. Remember, the goal is to communicate clearly while maintaining a conversational and warm tone. Connecting this to our overall theme, effective communication, whether sharing news or giving instructions, relies on clarity, tone, and structure. By following these steps, you make sure your message is received well and your friend feels appreciated and informed. One of the key goals of Saudi Vision 2030 is to create a vibrant society with fulfilling lives. This includes promoting physical and social well-being, as well as encouraging healthy lifestyles among our people. Hosting a variety of sporting events plays a significant role in achieving this goal. It's not just about bringing international competitions to Saudi Arabia, it's about transforming the sports landscape here. In fact, Saudi Arabia has quickly become a hub for athletes around the world, attracting global events and participants. This rapid development shows our commitment to becoming a leader in the sports arena. Our aspiration is to excel in sports and to be recognized as regional and global leaders in selected sports disciplines. These developments in Saudi sports are directly aligned with the broader vision of creating a better, healthier, and more active society. They also demonstrate how our strategic initiatives are making a real impact, positioning Saudi Arabia as a key player on the international sports stage. All right, let's take a look at the homework assignment on workbook page 306. Exercise L. This is a great opportunity to reinforce what we've learned today and ensure you really understand the key concepts. I want you to focus on the main ideas we've discussed, and when you work through this exercise, try to connect each point back to the overall theme of the presentation. Remember, the goal here is not just to complete the task, but to deepen your understanding and see how these concepts fit into the bigger picture. So, take your time, think critically, and if you get stuck, revisit the slides or notes we've covered. This homework is a chance for you to solidify your knowledge and prepare for what's next.